field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want. Yeah, call us dangerous, ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much, actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard for your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog, I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like.
It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Oakland Raiders. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. From the gun, Mayfield. And the catch made by Johnson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. A first down carry here for Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You can't get past me. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Dolphins' 21-yard line.
On 2nd and 2, Mayfield. The open man here, Renfro.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are, and you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Jerome Baker right there in coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is third down. To throw, Mayfield. Screenplay, Johnson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a fourth down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go. Set. Dirty pace. Let's go. Strip the ball.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep for more. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Then all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, Other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line.
Run. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Here's Johnson. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
180. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. To Johnson again. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Ty Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. A 1-yard run on first down, another one on 2nd. Tell you, it doesn't do much for the yards per carry average, but it gets him 6 points.
And I just wonder in contract negotiations, do you show the 6 points scored or do you show the yards per carry
I'm
first?
showing the 6 points.
No doubt about it. And his team benefits. They don't care about yards per carry. They just care about points up on the board.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Running from the gun, Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Ready, go.
Richard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
54, right there, 54.
They'll look to throw here. And it's caught by Parker. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Michael Brockers picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Brockers able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He got 29 yards that time.
And the Dolphins first down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 60 orange. Coming for you, Mom. Let's go.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. He was looking for Parker that time. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Back at the 42.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Johnson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
Mayfield on the keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I got you.
2nd and 6. Going deep here for Parker. He's got a man. Complete. It's a gain of 34. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Yep. He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey, hey, hey. Ringer. Ready, go.
They'll run on first down. Richard. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 52.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, Mayfield. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. On 1st down, Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. He's coming. Double up. He's 61. Matchbox lights.
They go to Johnson again. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Mayfield now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
180. 6-man.
Check curls. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because
he's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. 82 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being confident.
And the Raiders have got him. Michael Brockers. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. 2nd and 15. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Parker, the intended target. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll keep it on the ground. Johnson, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The tackle made back at midfield. Today's final score,
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Raiders, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.